Have you ever seen two men, same age, same number of years, but they couldn't be more different? One walks in with a spark. His back is straight, his eyes are alive, his energy calm but undeniable. He doesn't need to speak loudly. His presence says everything. You can just feel it. This man is still here. And then there's the other. Same age, maybe even the same life story, but something in him feels like it's fading. His voice is softer, his step slower. His smile doesn't quite reach his eyes anymore. It's like the light inside him has gone dim. So what happened? Why is it that one man still shines at 80 and the other seems to disappear by 60? Let me tell you, it's not genetics, it's not diet, and it's not about how many miles you walk a day. It's something quieter, something deeper. And today, we're going to talk about that. Because inside every man is a rhythm, a fire, a presence that never fully goes away. It just gets buried. Stay with me until the end, and I'll show you one simple, powerful practice that can help you find that spark again and keep it burning. Somewhere along the way, being a man started to mean being tough, always in control, never emotional, never vulnerable. From the time we were boys, we were told to man up, to keep quiet about our feelings, to keep moving no matter what. So we did. We pushed through pain. We held back tears. We stayed silent, even when something inside us was screaming for connection. And it worked for a while. But the truth is, that silence, that emotional armor, it comes at a cost. Over time, we stop checking in with ourselves. We stop noticing when we're exhausted, not just physically, but emotionally. We start waking up with less energy, less desire, less joy. And we tell ourselves, I guess this is just what getting older feels like. But here's the truth no one told you. It's not aging that's draining you. It's disconnection. You're not losing your energy because of a number. You're losing it because you've grown distant from the most important relationship you have, the one with yourself. Feeling dull, tired, or unmotivated isn't a symptom of old age. It's a sign that you've stopped listening to your own body, your own emotions, your own inner rhythm. You haven't run out of life. You've just drifted away from it. And once you realize that, everything can start to change. Because the moment you decide to reconnect, to feel again, to listen again, to honor what's going on inside, you begin to come back to life. You're not aging too fast. You're just out of rhythm. And that rhythm, it's still there, waiting for you. Let's talk about something most men were never taught. Something we were actually told to avoid, deny, or be ashamed of. It's the real reason so many men fade inside long before their bodies give out. And no, it's not low testosterone. It's not erectile dysfunction. It's not about your hormones or your physical strength disappearing. It's deeper than that. What's truly fading isn't your body, it's your connection to it. We've been taught for decades that what makes a man is how much he can ignore. Ignore pain, ignore emotion, ignore the need for closeness or comfort. So over time, we turn off the parts of ourselves that feel, that reach, that long to be fully alive. And slowly, we go numb. But numb isn't peace. Numb is just quiet suffering. Here's the truth. What most men are missing isn't passion, it's presence. The ability to be fully in your body, with yourself, without judgment, shame, or distraction. And that's where something called solo connection comes in. Now hold on, this isn't about lust. This isn't about fantasy.
This isn't even about sex. This is about healing. Solo connection means showing up for your own body the way you would for someone you love, with care, with patience, with respect. It means taking time, quiet, private time, to breathe, to touch, to listen to what your body is trying to say. Not to perform, not to prove anything, but just to feel alive again. Because when you start to reconnect with yourself in this way, something powerful happens. You begin to wake up, emotionally, physically, spiritually. And this kind of connection, it's not selfish, it's survival. It's how you return to your strength, how you stay in rhythm with yourself, even as the years go by. It's not about trying to be 25 again. It's about being fully present at 55, 65, 75, and beyond. Because presence is what brings your light back. And the good news? You don't need anything outside of you to begin. Just you, and a willingness to feel again. Let's ground this in something solid, real science. Because what we're talking about here isn't just a feel-good idea. It's biology. It's how your body is wired to thrive. When you practice mindful self-connection, when you take time to breathe, touch, and simply be present with your body, something incredible starts happening inside you. Your body responds. First, you trigger the release of testosterone. This isn't just about sexual function. It's about strength, stamina, confidence, and mental clarity. Maintaining healthy levels of testosterone supports your energy and motivation even as you age. Then comes oxytocin, often called the bonding hormone. It helps lower your stress, regulate your heart rate, and give you that grounded, calm feeling. Oxytocin isn't just for romance, it's your nervous system's way of saying, you're safe now. And don't forget endorphins. These are your body's natural pain relievers and mood boosters. When released, they ease tension, support deeper sleep, and improve overall well-being. Now combine all of that with improved blood circulation, especially when you're connected to your breath and touch. Blood starts flowing more freely to your brain, your heart, even to areas that may have felt forgotten. That boost in circulation supports memory, clarity, and cognitive sharpness. You also support your immune system. Yes, reconnecting with your body in this gentle, present way can help your body fight off illness more effectively. It lowers cortisol, your stress hormone, and raises your internal defense system. And perhaps most importantly, your sleep improves. When the body feels seen, safe, and settled, it rests better. And when you sleep better, everything else starts to function more naturally. You see, your body isn't broken. It's not failing you. It's just been waiting for you to come back. Aging isn't what drains us. Being disconnected is. And when you reconnect, when you make space for presence, your body doesn't just survive, it starts to thrive again.
Let me introduce you to someone. His name is Walter. Walter is 72 years old. He spent most of his life working with his hands, fixing engines, building things that lasted. A quiet man, reliable, steady. But 5 years ago, he lost his wife, and something inside him went quiet too. He didn't talk about it much. He didn't cry. He just stopped showing up for himself. Meals became routine. Conversations were short. He started sleeping less, smiling less. His kids noticed. So did he. "I feel like I've disappeared," he told me one afternoon. "Not physically, but emotionally. I'm still breathing, but I don't feel like I'm living." We didn't talk about medication, or diets, or morning workouts. We talked about presence. I asked him to try something that felt simple, but wasn't easy. 10 minutes each night. Alone. No TV, no phone. Just him, his breath,
and his body. Sit in silence, I said. Put your hand over your chest, then your stomach. Breathe into those places. Let your body know you're here. He laughed a little, said it sounded strange, but he tried. At first, he said it felt awkward, like visiting an old friend you haven't seen in years. But he stayed with it. And after a few weeks, his sleep got deeper. His appetite came back. He found himself listening to music again, even dancing around in his kitchen. He started calling his grandson just to say hi. He felt lighter, clearer, more himself. 3 months later, he told me he'd met someone, a woman he met at the community center. They started having coffee once a week. Not because he was chasing anything, but because his spark had returned. Not because time healed him, but because presence did. Walter didn't find a miracle. He found himself again. And that's what this practice is really about. It's not just about feeling better. It's about coming home to your body, your rhythm, your life, just like Walter did. So now you might be asking, how do I actually start? Here's a simple practice, one you can do tonight, that doesn't require anything but a little time, a quiet space, and your willingness to show up for yourself. First, create your space. Turn off your phone. Dim the lights. Choose a spot where you feel safe and undisturbed. Maybe that's your bedroom, your favorite chair, or even the shower. Light a candle if it helps you. Play soft music if it soothes you. The point is to set the mood, not to impress anyone, but to settle yourself. Then sit or lie down comfortably. Take a few slow, deep breaths. In through the nose, out through the mouth. Let the air fill your chest, then your belly. Feel your body rise and fall. Now, gently place your hand on your chest. Hold it there for a moment. Then move it to your stomach, and finally to your thighs. This isn't about arousal. This isn't about performance. This is about feeling. You can use a warm lotion or a soft piece of cloth if it helps you feel more relaxed. Let your hands move slowly over your skin, not to reach a goal, but to reconnect. Pay attention to what you feel. Maybe it's warmth. Maybe it's sadness. Maybe it's nothing at first. That's okay. You're not trying to achieve something. You're simply being present with yourself, something most of us haven't done in years. If your mind wanders, gently return to your breath. If you feel tension, let your exhale soften it. This is your time. No rush, no judgment, no pressure. Just presence. Start with 10 minutes a night. That's all. Over time, you might notice you're sleeping better, thinking more clearly, feeling less anxious. You might even begin to look forward to these moments, not because they change everything instantly, but because they remind you you're still here. And sometimes, that's the most powerful thing a man can remember.
The beauty of this practice isn't just in what it does today, it's what it awakens over time. When you begin to reconnect with yourself, even just 10 minutes a day, you're not just calming your mind, you're waking up your entire body. Bit by bit, your memory sharpens, not just facts or names, but emotional memory, how it feels to be truly present again. Your sleep deepens. You fall asleep easier.
You wake up feeling like rest actually happened. Your energy returns, not like a jolt of caffeine, but a grounded, steady vitality that carries you through the day. And emotionally, you begin to feel more centered, less reactive, less numb, more like yourself. That's the real gift, not feeling younger, but feeling more you. You're not trying to be the man you were at 25. You're stepping fully into the man you are now, with wisdom, with strength, and with the quiet power of someone who knows himself. Because presence isn't something reserved for the young. It's something earned. And no one is ever too old to live fully, unless they decide to stop showing up for themselves. But you haven't stopped. You're here, listening, willing, and that means everything. So let this be a reminder. Your light hasn't gone out. It's just been waiting for breath, for touch, for your permission to come back. Because sometimes the strongest thing a man can do is return to himself. Before we close, I want you to hear this clearly. You haven't lost your light. It didn't disappear. It didn't die out. It's still there, quiet maybe, but waiting for you to come back. You don't need to fix yourself. You just need to return to yourself. So tonight, I invite you to do something powerful. Just take 10 minutes. That's all. No phone, no TV, no pressure. Just sit with yourself. Breathe. Place your hands on your heart, your belly, your thighs. Listen, not to your thoughts, but to your body. It's been trying to speak to you for a long time. Let this be your moment to say, I'm still here, because you are. And that moment of presence, it matters more than you know. If this message stirred something in you, leave a comment below. Just type, I'm here, or share what this brought up for you. I read every comment, and more importantly, other men do too. Your words might be the spark someone else has been waiting for. Let's break the silence, together. Let's remind each other that life doesn't end with age. In fact, the second half can be the most powerful chapter if we're brave enough to show up for it. You are not alone. You never were. And from this moment forward, we walk this road together. Because the spark inside you, it's still burning. Let's bring it back to life, together.